I don't really know what I'm going to talk about. I kind of just wanted to ramble on for this, but hold on. I just filmed the video. It's probably going to release before this one, but I kind of touched on it briefly about change and just learning to embrace change. I feel like my life has changed a lot in the past 3 years since I graduated high school. It's just been back-to-back change in scenery, people, goals, and then myself. And I've kind of gotten to the point where I can kind of just, kind of change without hesitation, face change without hesitation, and not be so sad about it anymore. Not necessarily sad, but feeling that sense of nostalgia for it. And sometimes I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, because I believe change is what is required for progress, but at the same time I don't really know whether or not I'm changing for the better or for the worse, especially when it comes to people. Like, I've kind of come to realize that a lot of people kind of just come and go in your life. Besides your family, nothing is actually ever permanent with people. The friends I met in college, I'm probably not even going to talk to 5 years from now. And it's not because, we hate each other or from a place of resentment, but it's just life. And life just takes you all on different paths. But at the same time, there are times when I wonder if it's better to forget about people simply because we're going in different directions, or if we should just, still be friends in a way. Does that make sense? I feel like people just grow apart from each other, not because they intended to, but it's just how things are. Like, maybe your friend gets married, starts a family, and now he's a family guy. Family guy. Okay, but now he's a family guy, and let's say the path you're taking is the entertainment industry, and that's what you want to do. I feel like you can still both have respect for each other, but you're not exactly the same people anymore. You might still enjoy going out and drinking and partying, but this guy has a family. He wants to just chill and be with his family, and because of that, you grow apart from each other. And that's just an example I'm giving out, but that's kind of just happened to me too in the past few years, and then I feel like it will continue happening with the people I meet in the future. But I wonder if it's better to just keep seeking out long-lasting relationships, or to keep seeking out change for the better. Because for me, the path I'm taking is constantly changing. I never want to stay complacent, and I always want to move on to the next thing. It kind of requires me to just move on from certain people that, that aren't really into the same thing as me. Because some friends might still want to do the same shit we were doing in high school, but I don't want to do that anymore. But I don't know if it's the right thing to move past that, or to continue doing that, because I want to make sure we can stay friends for as long as we can. But I feel like if I do stay, I know I wouldn't be happy. I mean, it is nostalgic because, we had great memories, but I want to build something better. I want to continue being better. I feel like there's no reason to stay attached to that, that feeling that we had in the past, when we can just do better. And it's kind of like what I just said in the video I just released. But yeah, I was thinking of this because whenever I log into my Spotify, I use Apple Music now, because Apple Music is supreme, better than Spotify. Okay, don't come at me. But whenever I do log into Spotify, my old playlists are still there, and my playlist from my senior year of high school is still there. So, every once in a while I'll give it a listen through, and it'll just bring back like a rush of nostalgia and memories from my senior year of high school. Walking through the halls with my headphones, meeting friends after school, singing stupid songs in the car. And it really does make you miss those times, especially with the kind of music too, depending on the genre or whatever. But I think that's the great thing about music, is that it's more than just the sounds and the lyrics. It's also about the memories that you make with them in your personal life. I think that's the personal touch that music has, because everybody can listen to the same songs, but they can also create different memories with them. But each song in that playlist that I would listen to would just bring back a different memory, and at some points it kind of made me miss those times and made me want to go back. There's that saying I think I saw online: we wish we knew when the good times were when we are in the good times. Something along those lines. But it's true. You never really know what you have until you don't have it. Again, now that I've learned how to embrace change better, I've learned how to just be grateful and be thankful for those memories more than I am sad that they're gone. I'm happy that they happened, but I'm also looking forward to creating more memories. I look forward to what tomorrow brings me. I look forward to what more I can do in the coming moments. And I can attribute a lot of that to meditation. I haven't really done it recently, I'll be honest, but it really does help if you can get into it It helps you be more present and realize that the only time that really matters is now. And I also want to use that to remind me to make the most of this moment, because I know in 10 years, obviously I'll be in a whole different situation, but I want to look back and say that I did all I could and not regret any second of it. Obviously, there are always things that you want to go back and change. You know, sometimes I do like to sit here and pretend I'm noble with all my preaching and my way of life, but obviously there's a lot of things I wish I could change. And if I could go back in time and change them, I probably would, some of them at least. But a lot of the times, the things you regret were really just obstacles in your way that you had to learn how to overcome. And in a way, they're just like change. It's hard to jump over. It's hard to overcome, but it really is what makes you stronger. And I feel like now I've gotten better at just learning to face things, you know, face on, and just going through everything without letting it, you know, really affect me. It's all a state of mind, and it's all about finding peace within yourself. Because the more you let your circumstances control you, the more you start losing your own inner peace. And that's what everything around you is trying to do. They're trying to turn you into this negative being. But if you can just relax, chill, and embrace the current moment, you can find a lot more inner peace. And in turn, you can use that to push you forward. Also, you see this? I had a boxing match yesterday because I'm a real boxer now. Look at me. I'm so cool. But now I've been fighting like every weekend for the past 4 weeks. Just been non-stop, back to back. But I've enjoyed every single second of it. There's nothing I wouldn't rather be doing. Yeah, it's not that great for the brain because, you know, you're getting fucking rocked in the face. But it is what it is. Again, no regrets, right? No, I'm gonna take this all the way through. I'm gonna see how far I can take this boxing thing and this YouTube thing. But that's the great thing about having this YouTube channel, is that, you know, again, in 10 years, I want to be able to look back. I can look back on all of this and see where I started from the beginning. My first video, it's not necessarily the starting point of where I started my whole journey, I would say, but it pretty much is. So I can see everything from the start, and I wonder where else I can take this, or how far I can take this. It's good to be able to record all my ups and downs, because it really does go to show you that nothing lasts. But that's not a bad thing. I feel like that's a great thing. Everything is always constantly changing, and when you refuse to embrace it, that's when you really do get left behind. I don't really know how I come off on these videos, but I feel like sometimes I'm kind of talking shit about the way I was brought up, because truthfully, I'm so grateful for that. For all the experiences I had growing up, because back then I didn't really see it as anything crazy until, you know, I graduated high school and I really sat down and I just thought about the whole process. And everyone has their own personal journey, so it all affects us in different ways personally. I'm so grateful for my parents. I'm so grateful for my siblings, and I think that's what really drives me to want to do better, because I want to give them a life that none of us has had, you know, in our own lives. So my dad has worked so hard for everything, for all that we have, and my mom has too, and I want to be able to give back to them in the only way I know how, and that is through my own personal endeavors and through just wanting to make enough money so that they don't have to work anymore, and paying off all their debts. But my siblings as well, I do feel like the way I was brought up was unfair at times, but that's just how it is for everyone. No one is grown up perfectly. Everyone's got our own issues. Again, everyone has their own personal stories that, you know, that we have to overcome. I guess I'm just more outward about that. I'm just more open about it. But for my siblings, I do understand everything they did, because they are me. If that makes sense, because they are me and I am them. In a way, we all grew up with such similar yet different lives, which is crazy. But a lot of my own thoughts, a lot of my own goals, a lot of my own personality is an extension of them, all mixed together somehow, plus my parents, of course, and plus my own experiences from when I was little. And just growing up around them, I always looked up to them. But then as a teenager, I kind of got frustrated and angry with a lot of them. Maybe not like, I didn't really show it externally, but internally that's how I felt. But now it's like I understand. But that's why I want to show them a different side to the world, that not everything has to be black and white. Not everything has to be straightforward, like old school style, like how my parents were raised, especially because we live in a Western country. I don't know if I mentioned this in the video before, but But a lot of the OGs from my community still carry that village mentality, and it's not their fault because that's how they grew up. But they kind of passed on that village mentality to the next generation, which is my siblings. But because of that village mentality, we can't, reach our fullest potential in the big city. Is we gotta change up our perspective. We gotta change up the way we think and play the game. Because whether we like it or not, we have to play the game, and that's what I wanna show. I feel like in their generation, it was a lot more about, getting a formal education and getting that degree and then working, an office job or a corporate job. But I feel like in this current age, it's a lot more than that. It's a lot of people aren't really seeking that anymore. It's more so about skills. I mean, come on, AI can replace us in a second now, and it's only gonna get better from here. Eventually, they're gonna start fucking making content online, and I'm not gonna have a job anymore. Not that this is my full-time job anyways. I only have 270 subscribers or something. But yeah, I think that's all it really is about, is just embracing that change and changing with the times. Or maybe that's just an excuse for me dropping out because I'm a bitch. But who knows? Everything I'm saying right now is all theory anyways, because if you really look at me, I haven't accomplished anything significant. I'm not one to talk, but if I keep going on this path, I wonder if my theory can come true. And whether or not it does, I feel great about it. I'm happy about it. I'm satisfied with it. It's like I'm doing something that gives me meaning. And again, whether or not I succeed, I won't regret it. I'm not gonna regret it, because the benefits of succeeding are way higher than if I didn't succeed at all, or if I didn't even try. Maybe in my 30s, I'll be back in university when I fucking failed. And I'll be crying to my family. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I wanna show them a whole new perspective and show them what things can be rather than what they are right now. Not even that. Again, I want to make an impact on my community and show them the same thing. Because even though there's all these petty feuds in our own community, which I think is pretty stupid, or maybe it's just, again, I don't understand the whole picture. But regardless, we're all the same. We all come from the same place. Because yeah, man, all my siblings like to think they're all better than me, and they're all, oh look, he's just a stupid younger one. He ain't shit. We gotta lecture him more. We gotta tell him what to do more, because he doesn't know. And it's not that I'm trying to prove that I know. It's just we're all on the same level. We're all the result of our parents coming here from a different country and trying to figure things out on their own. We're all just trying to figure it out as we go. I'm just tired of taking the shit from it. But regardless, yeah, I want to show him that we can be better. All right, that's enough of me rambling on about that, but I feel like I'm going to talk about more about this in the future regarding a different topic. But if you haven't noticed, I've kind of changed up my content. I kind of like doing a lot of these more podcasts and sit down and talk type shit. I feel like I can be a lot more personal with you, and it's kind of coming out of me organically, and it's just more personal. And I hope, it can help someone or relate with someone. But really all it is just me trying to document my own mind onto video format. But these have been fun so far. I've been having fun making these, even though they've been getting less views than what I usually get. They've been fun to make, along with a lot of the shorts that I've been making. I've been posting them here and there on my channel, but if you want to see where most of them go, it's on my Instagram at RealFuzi. But yeah, that's enough rambling. So yeah, bye. All right.